Hello, yogis. Today we are taking the first steps into the harmonious world of yoga. Originating from ancient India, yoga is more than just a physical workout. It's a mind-body practice that combines physical poses, controlled breathing, and meditation to promote mental and physical strength. Yoga is a Sanskrit word that translates to union, symbolizing the connection between the mind, body, and spirit. It's a holistic approach to health and wellness that has been embraced by millions of people worldwide. Now let's talk about some of the benefits of incorporating yoga into your routine. Firstly, it improves flexibility and balance, two essential components of physical fitness. Secondly, it promotes mental clarity and calmness, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. It can also increase body awareness, promoting a more positive body image. Moreover, yoga can help manage chronic conditions such as heart disease, depression, and insomnia. It's a low-impact exercise that's suitable for all ages and fitness levels, making it accessible to everyone. But what makes yoga truly special is its ability to foster self-awareness and mindfulness. It encourages us to slow down, to connect with our breath, and to be present in each moment. This mindful approach to life can have profound effects on our overall well-being. In today's session, we'll be focusing on yoga for beginners. We'll break down the basics, from essential equipment to basic poses, making it easy for anyone to start their yoga journey. Whether you're looking to improve your physical fitness or to find a sense of peace in your busy life, this guide is designed to help you get started. But before we dive in, remember that yoga is not about perfection. It's about progress, about listening to your body, and about finding what feels good for you. So don't be discouraged if you can't do a pose perfectly on your first try. With practice and patience, you'll get there. Now that you have a basic understanding of yoga, we can start our journey. So are you ready to roll out your mat and join us on this yoga adventure? It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to guide you through it. Before we begin, it's important to gather a few essential items. The journey into yoga is a personal one, and the tools you choose can enhance your experience. Let's start with the foundation of your practice. A yoga mat. A good yoga mat provides grip for your hands and feet, and a bit of cushioning against hard floors. They come in various materials, thicknesses, and colors, so choose one that feels comfortable and suits your personal style. Next up, your attire. Dress in comfortable clothing that allows you to move freely. Yoga involves a lot of stretching and bending, so it's important that your clothes don't restrict your movements. Breathable fabrics are a plus as they help keep you cool during your practice. Now let's talk about some optional but helpful items. Yoga blocks and straps. These props can be incredibly useful, especially for beginners. Yoga blocks help bring the floor closer to you in certain poses, making them more accessible. They can be made of foam, cork, or even wood. Choose one that feels comfortable in your hands. Yoga straps, on the other hand, are great for deepening stretches and extending your reach. They can help you access poses that may be challenging due to tight muscles or limited flexibility. A yoga bolster can also be a great addition to your yoga toolkit. They provide comfort, support, and can help deepen your relaxation during restorative poses. Remember, the goal isn't to accumulate all the yoga equipment out there, but to find what supports your practice and enhances your experience. And finally, hydration is key. Always have a water bottle nearby to quench your thirst and keep you hydrated during your practice. With our equipment ready, we are prepared to start our practice. Remember, it's not about having the perfect gear, but about creating a space that supports your journey into yoga. Let's move on to the next step, shall we? Breathing is the cornerstone of yoga. Let's focus on this fundamental aspect. In the practice of yoga, breath control, or pranayama, is just as important, if not more so, than the physical postures. It's the golden thread that ties every aspect of yoga together. Proper breathing not only fuels your body with oxygen, but also helps to calm your mind, reduce stress, and increase your overall sense of well-being. One of the most common breathing techniques in yoga is the ujjayi breath, also known as the victorious breath or ocean breath. The ujjayi breath is a diaphragmatic breath, which means you first fill the lower part of your lungs, then the mid part, and finally the upper part. This method maximizes your oxygen intake and prepares your body for the physical demands of yoga. So, how do you perform the ujjayi breath? Start by sitting comfortably with your spine straight. Close your eyes and take a few normal breaths to center yourself. Now inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs from bottom to top. As you exhale, slightly constrict the back of your throat and let the air out slowly through your nose, creating a soft, hissing sound. The sound should be gentle and soothing, like the sound of ocean waves. This technique not only helps to focus the mind but also warms the body from the inside out, making your muscles more pliable and less prone to injury. It's a powerful tool that you can use not only in your yoga practice, but also in your everyday life to manage stress and anxiety. As you continue your yoga journey, you'll encounter other breathing techniques, each with its unique benefits. But for now, mastering the Ujjayi breath is a great starting point. It's important to remember that yoga is not a competition. It's a personal journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. So, don't worry if you don't get it right the first time. Practice makes perfect. Remember, your breath is your guide throughout your yoga practice. So, let it lead you towards peace, tranquility, and a deeper connection with the self. Now, it's time to dive into some basic yoga poses. As we begin, remember that yoga is not about perfecting the pose, but about connecting with your body and observing how it moves and feels. So let's get started with our first pose, the mountain pose. The mountain pose, or Tadasana, is the foundation for all standing poses. It's a great way to start your practice as it helps in grounding your feet and feeling the earth beneath you. To do this, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Spread your toes wide and ground down through all four corners of your feet. The big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and the two outer edges of your heels. Keep your weight balanced evenly on both feet. Draw your abdomen in slightly and keep your chest broad. Let your arms hang naturally with the palms facing forward, and reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling while keeping your chin parallel to the floor. This pose helps improve posture and balance, and it also strengthens the thighs, knees, and ankles. Up next, we have the downward dog, also known as Adho Mukha Svanasana. This pose stretches the entire body. Begin on your hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide and press your hands firmly into the mat. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the floor, pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Try to straighten your legs and lower your heels towards the ground. Remember, it's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. Keep your head between your arms and gaze towards your belly. The downward dog is excellent for strengthening the arms and shoulders and stretching the hamstrings, calves, and arches of your feet. Moving on to the warrior 1 and 2. The warrior poses are fantastic for building strength and stamina. To do the warrior 1, or Virabhadrasana 1, start in mountain pose. Step your right foot back 3 to 4 feet and turn it out about 45 degrees. Keep your left foot facing forward. Bend your left knee over your left ankle so your shin is perpendicular to the floor. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling and gaze up at your hands. For warrior 2, from warrior 1, open up your hips, torso, and chest to the side, extending your arms parallel to the floor with your palms facing down. Look out over your left hand. Remember to maintain the bend in your left knee. Lastly, we have the child's pose, or Balasana, a restful pose that can be sequenced between more challenging poses. Start on your hands and knees, then spread your knees wide while keeping your big toes touching. Sit back onto your heels and reach your arms forward on the mat. Rest your forehead on the mat. The child's pose is a great pose for calming the mind, relieving tension, and gently stretching the hips, thighs, and ankles. These basic poses form the foundation of most yoga practices. As you get more comfortable with these poses, you'll be able to explore more complex poses and sequences. Remember, the most important thing in yoga is to listen to your body. If a pose doesn't feel right, it's okay to modify it or skip it altogether. After all, yoga is about creating a harmonious connection between your mind, body, and spirit. And with that, let's move on to our next section where we'll put all these poses together in a sequence. Until then, keep practicing and keep exploring the beauty of yoga. Now that we know some basic poses, we can create a simple flow. Let's begin by standing tall in mountain pose. Feel your feet grounded on the mat, your spine lengthened, and your breath steady. This is our starting point. From here, raise your arms overhead into upward salute. Stretch up towards the sky, feeling the lengthening in your side body and spine. Then, on an exhale, fold forward into a standing forward bend. Let your head hang heavy and your arms dangle towards the floor. This pose helps to stretch the entire backside of your body. Next, place your hands on the mat and step back into plank pose. Ensure your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels, like a plank of wood. This pose strengthens your core and upper body. Now, lower your body down to the mat into 8-point pose. This pose is a gentle back bend that stretches the front of your body. From there, push up into cobra pose, lifting your chest off the mat while keeping your hips grounded. This pose opens up your chest and strengthens your back. Then, Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. This pose stretches your entire body and provides a moment of calm before moving into the next pose. Finally, step forward into a standing forward bend once more, before rising up into upward salute and returning to mountain pose. And there you have it, a simple flow connecting all the poses we've learned today. Repeat this sequence as many times as you feel comfortable, moving with your breath. Inhale as you rise or open up, and exhale as you fold or close in. Remember, the key to yoga is to connect your movement with your breath. This flow is a great starting point, but feel free to modify it to suit your needs and abilities. Yoga is not about achieving the perfect pose, but about the journey and connection with oneself, so keep practicing, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep breathing. After our practice, it's crucial to cool down and meditate. Let's begin our cool down with a gentle sequence. Start by sitting comfortably, feel your heartbeat slow, and your breath deepen. This moment is about releasing any remaining tension and allowing your body to absorb the benefits of the practice. Next, we transition into meditation. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and let your thoughts come and go without judgment. Meditation is like a quiet conversation with your soul, a vital part of your yoga journey that helps in fostering a deeper connection with your inner self. Inhale peace, exhale stress. Inhale calm, exhale worry. Let this be your mantra. As you continue to practice, you'll find that this connection between your mind and body becomes stronger, more vibrant, and more profound. Remember, yoga is not just about physical exercise, it's about connecting your mind and body. Congratulations, you've completed your first yoga session. We've journeyed together through the essentials of yoga, from understanding what yoga is, to acquiring the right equipment. We've learned the importance of breath control and how it assists us in performing various poses. We've delved into some basic yoga poses, and even put them all together in a sequence, culminating in a calming cool down and meditation. Remember, the beauty of yoga lies in regular practice and listening to your body. It's not about perfecting a pose, but about the journey and what you learn about yourself along the way. Each day, each practice, is a step towards a more mindful, balanced you. So, keep practicing, keep exploring, and keep embracing the journey. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep practicing and see you in the next video.